Drew and Stu are on the air.
Ready? Right.
Whether you're fading with Drew or riding with Cam, this is the place to get your weekly NFL picks.
Everything you got, let's go.
Hello and welcome to the Divisional Round on Drew and Stu, Episode 1. I'm Drew Livingstone, that's Cam Stewart. Cam, what a crazy Super Wildcard weekend. They say Wildcard weekend is the best weekend of football of the year. I personally think it's Divisional Round because that's like usually the 8 best teams remaining. But man, oh man, what are some crazy games this past weekend, Cam? Which game sticks out the most to you that we just watched?
Lions-Rams, I thought was a fantastic game. Just the contrast, the back and forth. I know we took the Lions on the show, Drew, but you even said it. You go, I'm going to take the Rams to cover the 3. Wouldn't be surprised if Lions won between 1 and 3, which they did. So the money lines hit. We expected a crazy game. It was a crazy game, and it's kind of funny. Campbell actually pulling a McVay, acting smart at the end of the game, running out the clock. But I will say this. All these NFL games usually end within 1 and 4, and we talk about winning margins. Not this week. If you did teasers on the wrong side, you got absolutely smoked. So be very, very careful. This is what happens in the playoffs. The regular season, it's almost like refs are going to keep teams in, and I just found in the playoffs, it's more, you know what I mean? If a team's just crushing a team, it's just blowout city. So be very careful. We'll also talk about one thing, level of competition. And I think it's very important when we talk about college sports or NHL divisions and stuff. You look, why is this team? Are they really that good when they beat up losers all year? And that's what we get with Dallas and Philadelphia. That was actually, I'm not even going to be as mad at Dallas because Green Bay was an improving team and they were brutal. But that Philadelphia effort, in my opinion, was even worse than Dallas's effort. Jalen Hurts' body language, the minute I saw him pouting on the sidelines, Tampa Bay live. Click. I'm just hitting it. I don't care what the spread was. I got to get my money. Drew, I'm telling you, that Eagles team, there's a problem. Meany said it on the show. He's an Eagle fan. There is a problem. Nick Sirianni, you got to take that Italian thing off. That's an embarrassment to Italians. I know you're half Italian. You can't be wearing the flag when you're that bad as a coach.
And what do you think of him? Like him, he's 2-6 since he started yelling at Chiefs fans and said, "Shut up! I don't hear you now, Chiefs fans."
That's why.
Like,
mind your own business.
Yeah, they don't hear you either. Now you're out of the playoffs.
See, Drew, that's the one thing about life. No matter how good I'm doing, never kick a guy while he's down. Never brag, because it'll come back and bite your ass when you need help. And now the Philadelphia Eagles, for their arrogance and all the way they cut up all these other teams, ruined their season. Hell, you played one more game than my Seattle Seahawks. Congratulations. You know what? You did nothing. You went from the Super Bowl to a trash heap. As for Dallas, that defense just got shredded. And let's give Green Bay all the credit in the world, Drew. I told you there's something special happening with Jordan Love. Hey, Aaron Rodgers, go on one of your medicinal trips with some mushrooms. They don't need you, bro. This kid's special. And he helps regular citizens.
He looked a little bit like Rodgers, with his little flicks of the wrist, like falling back.
You know what? He looks. I'm going to say this. I don't care. He's going to be better. And the one thing about him.
Come on.
No. Slow down. I'm just going to say this. No, I should slow down. But I'm going to say that. Sorry. Maybe it's because I like. First of all, Drew, he's getting better every week.
Yes.
He doesn't sell out his receivers that used to drop balls like Rodgers does. Let's just say this. Man of the people.
Well,
Aaron Rodgers thinks he's a man of the people. Give me a break.
I love
Love.
I agree.
I might get a love jersey.
He's probably a better person, Cam, but as a thrower of the football, Rodgers is probably the best thrower of the football.
Okay, I know. I'm starting to I got a real problem. I love Jordan Love, and I'm a Seahawk fan. I think this guy could be one of my favorite players. Drew, he's helping.
Dude, Packers fans are so spoiled. Like you go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, now Jordan Love. Like fuck off. Like you think they have?
Hey, you got Josh Allen at least. Who do I got?
But I went through 17 years of garbage.
Who do I got, Drew? Geno Smith?
Well, you had Drew 2 Super Bowls with Russell Wilson. What are you complaining about?
Yeah, but look at him now. And we had Hasselbeck before that. He's no Allen, right? Hasselbeck was good though. He was serviceable.
Yeah, he should have won a Super Bowl. But
okay, let me back up and say before people in the comments kill me. I'm just saying. Love has done more now. When Rodgers came into the league, I'm just telling you, look what he's doing. And look what he's doing on the road.
Didn't Rodgers win the Super Bowl in year 2?
But the thing is, Drew, there's no Jordy Nelson or whatever, too. Look at the receivers he has. They're all young as well.
With you. Well, I mean, he's going to lose this week, let's be honest. So it's not.
I don't care. Okay, fair enough. I don't care. What is Aaron Rodgers? Okay, Aaron Rodgers won one Super Bowl. Okay? They beat the Steelers. This kid got mocked as a rookie, and all he's done is win as a 7.5-point dog outright and took this team to the playoffs. Anyway,
that's the key to success. Just draft a quarterback in the first round 3 years too early, and then they just end up being really good. Man.
I just want to give the kid props because in our generation,
100%.
everybody
you gotta give
rips everybody.
LaFleur credit too, Cam. He took Dan Quinn's lunch money. Dan Quinn looked like an absolute stooge.
Yeah.
Like we knew Dallas couldn't deal with motion. It's been said all week, and then all of a sudden, every play, Green Bay's like, put a guy in motion, put a guy in motion. Dallas is like, oh my god, what do? We didn't expect this. We didn't expect someone to target our weaknesses. Like it's just like, absolute embarrassing coaching performance by the Cowboys. On offense, they're running the ball on second and long every single time, despite everything saying don't do that because it's 2 yards, 2 yards, 2 yards. McCarthy just like, I don't know what's happening. How are we down 27-0?
You're right, Drew. And McCarthy's one of these guys. People are like, oh, be easy on him and stuff. No, like there was no adjustments. There was no nothing. And I agree with you. I think LaFleur, watching this guy at the end of the year, what he's done with that team, I think it's fantastic.
Dude,
like,
they sold
prepared.
at the deadline. They were trading people. They didn't expect to even make the playoffs. Now they beat the number 2 seed in the NFC.
Hey, buddy, it's the Packers are like a train right now. I know they're running into the most talented train in the league, and I'm really looking forward to these games.
And I apologize to Packers fans saying I didn't think Wicks was going to be used because Christian Watson was going to be on the field.
I told you.
Wicks
I said
had a great
like
game.
the Wick.
Yeah, I know.
You laughed at me.
It was dumb. And I said Dallas would slap them. I apologize again. I look like Skip Bayless right now thinking the Cowboys will do anything. It's just absolutely embarrassing.
Hey, Drew, we all make mistakes, buddy. But Dallas is going to slap these guys around.
Cam,
you know what
I had a great start to the weekend with my bets yesterday, and the Dallas Cowboys game absolutely ruined it for me. Like I lost so many units on the Eagles that I was like, oh my god, this.
And you and Bagman, you deserve to not cover the spread for going against your Bills. For shame.
They should have covered though. That was a hold on Pickens at the end. I was like, oh, they're gonna score here and Bills will win by 7 easy. I'll cover.
What about your kicker? All you had to do was kick that kick. God. You get 9.5. You can't lose the bet.
2 misses. Right? I was like, oh my god. And that's against the Steelers. Thank God it's not the Chiefs. Like it's
Drew. You bring up Drew. We'll talk about this. But
all right, anyways, let's recap some of the other games. Cam, old sleepy Joe Flacco goes into Houston and absolutely lays a friggin' egg. What the hell was that? It started off well, the deep shot to Njoku. Then after that, all of a sudden, it's like, I forgot how to play football all of a sudden. That's
what happens with old guys, Drew.
Back-to-back pick
sixes.
His
afternoon nap.
It's not like he's facing the Seattle defense. How are you throwing back-to-back pick sixes against Houston?
You know what, though? Stefanski, again, another one of these guys. It's so funny. All the guys media people think are good coaches turn out in big situations to suck. Like let's give the Texans all the credit in the world too.
Yes, I don't think that was Stefanski. Nice I think that was Flacco. It wasn't Stefanski's fault.
It's not, and it's not Cleveland's fault. They're throwing a 4-string quarterback from the street. So what do you want them to do? They didn't.
But they were so good with him, so I don't buy that excuse. I think it was just a poor performance by Flacco, and their defense didn't show up either. Stroud absolutely embarrassed the Browns D. We should have known. They gave up 20 more points on the road.
I did know. I took Houston.
I know. I didn't though. It was a rough week for me. Okay. The only one I really won money on was the Chiefs, and that's because I knew they would slaughter Miami.
And funny thing is, I bet Miami out of spite, and that was and I'm like, you knew, I'm like, I don't even have any confidence in this bet. Like I was watching the game, laughing, going, can I at least get a teaser? Like watching Miami play, it was almost like, okay, they at least, I don't know what the word is. Who's the most gutless team this week? Philadelphia, in my opinion, gets gold.
Yeah, Philadelphia gave up. They didn't try. It felt like
Miami gets bronze.
Yeah, it's definitely Philly, Cowboys, Dolphins. Dude, I couldn't some of the throws Tua was making. It's like 3rd and 13. All right, 2-yard pass. All right, we're just gonna punt it. Who cares? Like, what do you?
Is it just me or
Mike McDaniel? It gets way too much credit, Cam.
Wait, buddy, have you not been listening to me for the last year? Who says Mike McDaniel's the most overrated coach in the league? This guy. I told you, child genius. My ass. He's a clown. Sitting there with his stupid vape pen. He's got his hood on. It's like, oh, stay warm, Mike. Are you cold?
Well, and every time a big play happens against his team, he's just like this. He's looking at the
I know.
He's like,
I know. He's just a complete...
How'd that happen?
I don't know why. Like, what is the media doing? Like, some of these people should lose their jobs. Like with these takes on these guys.
What do you think about Tua? So he's got no contract. Do you extend him for big money like they're saying, or
you got to keep him around? But the problem with Tua is, and I like the kid. Again, he's had his brain scrambled. People don't understand. It's a serious thing. When you've had concussions,
he led the NFL in passing yards. It's just
Drew. His ball though in wind and stuff. It's concerning.
He's a noodle arm.
It's very soft. Yeah, he's got a noodle arm, and that's the thing I love about Josh Allen. He's got a rocket. And that's
why the elements don't matter for Allen, but guys like Allen. But with Tua, he's got the potential to be a mid-tier quarterback. But at the same time, are you ever going to win a Super Bowl with that guy? Probably not. But at the same time, if you let him walk, what's your replacement? So you're in between.
What are you going to get in the draft? Like that's the whole thing. Caleb Williams is going early. You're going to try to reach on a guy like maybe in the. You know what they got to do though? They got to get. I don't know. Do you take a flyer on a guy late and just maybe it pans out? I don't know, man. Like it's just Tua's good. No, Drew, that's not fair. Actually, he's been in the league not long enough. It's like this is the whole problem with football. There's a lot of good players, but only one team wins. I'm more concerned if I was an Eagles fan, that team totally quitting. I think that is very.
I think Sirianni lost the locker room. I think he's done. As crazy as that is, he made the Super Bowl.
No, he should be done.
I think
you lost a team after 10-1. Like I don't care what you did. Like that can't happen. That doesn't happen with anybody.
That's who it was. Penix. Michael Penix.
Oh, Michael Penix. I love Michael Penix. What about him?
So he's someone Miami could get late. Or
you know what? Seattle's thinking about. Have you heard about Seattle grumbling? He went to the University of Washington. Bro.
Yeah, they might hire their head coach and stuff. I was like, what is going on with Seattle? They might do the double down, the coach and QB hire. We'll see if that happens.
No. I think DeBoer went to Alabama. That's the problem.
That's right. They can't even get him now.
Yeah.
I thought Sweeney was going to leave Clemson. I was mad at him, but he had a crazy.
Dabo Sweeney is not coaching the Seattle Seahawks. No way, no how.
No. I was saying I thought he was going to go to Alabama.
No, because he played at Alabama.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
not going. Don't worry about him. They picked DeBoer, and he's a great coach for what he did with Washington. So
yeah, we'll see.
Good hires.
All those recruits now backing out of their commitments, though. It's
Drew. I got to tell you one thing. We'll get into these games. I'm praying to God that the Bills got some kind of medicine, like to help all the injured players, because if they get guys back,
talk about that Steelers game, Cam. Yeah, they lost. They were down to their fourth, fifth, and sixth string linebackers. Fifth and sixth string linebackers, and then their fourth, fifth, and sixth corners. And then they had DeMar Hamlin playing slot corner because they didn't have any extra bodies. I was like, dude, AJ Klein was on his couch 3 days ago, and he was starting middle linebacker.
Dude, he obviously took care of himself. It's not like he's like
that was impressive. 11 tackles coming off your couch.
AJ Klein was like he saved the Bills a lot because Drew, he was prepared because he knows the system from Carolina.
Well, he was there
right?
3 weeks ago, so he was at the Bills all year. But
I like Klein. I really like that guy.
He's so slow, though. You can't play him against the Chiefs. He's covering Kelsey over the middle.
No, he's not. But he's a grinder. We need help. We need a good doctor. Is there a doctor in Cheektowaga, Tonawanda?
Yeah,
East Seneca. Somebody help the Bills defense.
It looks like Dodson, who's one of their starting linebackers, will be back, and it looks like Rasul Douglas will play, who's their best corner.
Oh, thank God.
But
that's huge. That's
still a lot of bodies. And it looked like Von Miller had some juice, Cam. He got some QB pressures. I was like, whoa, where has this been all season? Except for at the end, he just shoved Rudolph. Didn't really get a sack. I was just sack the guy. Why are you shoving him?
Who's the DB? His name is Cam. His first name. I felt bad for him.
Oh, Cam Lewis.
He was lost. Yeah, Cam Lewis was lost.
Well, he's been playing safety all year. He was backup safety, and then with all the injuries, they're like, you know what? You got to play slot corner now. So he's like, okay. Like he's like out there playing slot corner.
I felt bad for him. Like these guys were playing out of position, but you know what? Thank God it was the Steelers, not the Chiefs, and we got to.
Oh, dude, if that's the situation against Mahomes and Andy Reid,
I know.
Mahomes
we'll talk about the games.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, last game to recap, Cam. Rams, Lions. What do you think of the refereeing in that? I know the Rams think they got screwed, which part of me does think so too. That hold on Nakua, like they're in field goal range after if they called that pass interference, and the Rams probably win that football game. Like the only thing that part of me says is they beat the Saints on a stupid call 3 years ago when Goff made the Super Bowl. Remember that pass interference when they shoved the guy? So I think it's like karma for that. And like, what did you think of Stafford came after the game? He's like, they're like, oh, how do you feel for Detroit Lions fans? Are you happy for them? He's like, no, I'm happy for the players. Like, whoa, you hate Lions fans all of a sudden, Stafford? What's going on?
Stafford was still like, the thing is, you got to understand in press conferences, I'll defend Tomlin for walking away. It's depressing. Say me and you were staff. We're the coaches of the team, and some guy puts a microphone in my face.
Oh yeah, that question of Tomlin, people are like, "Oh, that's unprofessional." Like what?
It's not. No, you can ask the question. It's just like you got to. The whole thing is that's why, like when I talk to Gabe, he's a good interviewer because you don't come out with your hard hitting material on your first question. You butter them up. You talk about some other things in the game, and then go, Mike. It's been a long season. You're one of the longest tenured guys. What's happening in the future? Like,
well, I'll give them credit. It was the very last question. They said any more questions, and someone was like, "Okay, I'll ask this." So like, that's why I don't feel bad for Tomlin. He literally answered 15 minutes of questions. That was the last one you throw at him. He didn't want to answer that shit. He just lost a playoff game. He's upset. I mean, if you're the Cowboys, though, rumors, Jerry Jones, you trading a first-round pick for Mike Tomlin if that's an option?
No. I'm not trading a first-round pick for Mike Tomlin. Are you insane? It's a first-round pick. How about you just get a coach?
Who?
And get rid of McCarthy. Anybody. I would take Pete Carroll over him, for God's sakes.
But that's what I'm saying.
Even though it's not going to happen.
I'd take Mike Tomlin
McCarthy is a moron. You're not giving up a first-round pick for a coach, Drew. Come on.
Okay, second round. It's Mike Tomlin, Cam.
I don't care. It's ridiculous talk. The Dallas Cowboys, they need help, man. They need defensive help.
Yeah.
They got absolutely murdered. Their defense.
I'm going to be sprinkling
so
on the New York
overrated.
Giants to win that division next year, Cam, with Brian Dable and Daniel Jones back the way the Cowboys and Eagles are playing.
Maybe Washington.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe if Bieniemy gets it. I don't know, Drew. All I know is that division, playing those teams didn't help the Cowboys and Eagles come playoff time.
Yeah. Any final thoughts from that weekend? CJ Stroud looked like an absolute baller.
I love CJ Stroud. I
don't know. Mahomes as usual.
I'm going to tell you, Mahomes is amazing. I really wish he'd stop always looking for calls, though. It's very frustrating. It's funny. Josh Allen does it once, and he gets people going, "Ooh!" He got. Remember, he got hit, when he was down. It's like, the guy never complains, dude. The guy's getting murdered on the ground.
Flops, I'll give you that. Josh Allen does flop when he gets hit.
Yes, he does.
But he never complains and whines. Like Mahomes will be like, "What's that? What's that?" With his hand like this. What's that?
I know.
Pointing at the ref. I don't understand that walk he does. The walk when he's with his hand in the air.
I know. The statuesque walk.
And this stupid thing when he wants to play call. Spider-Man.
Yeah. It's like a wrestler. Yeah, he's like a peacock. He struts, Drew. He struts.
I don't get it. But one of the best quarterback in the league.
Hey man, the Chiefs are amazing. Let's give them credit. They beat Miami down.
Oh yeah, Houston Texans, Cam, going to Baltimore, take on the Ravens. Ravens 9.5-point favorites. They beat them in Week 1 by 16 points, but it's a long way removed from that Week 1 matchup, Cam. Where are you leaning in this one? 65% of the public is on the Houston Texans. I will tell you right now, Cam, my gut is leaning to Baltimore. They've absolutely slaughtered San Fran this year. They've slaughtered Miami. They've slaughtered the Bengals. They slaughtered all the good teams you put in front of them. They've already beat this team by double digits. I don't think this is enough points. I don't think they're respecting the team coming off the bye and what that means for them. Stroud, great story, Cinderella story. I just think this is a hornet's nest. You're going into Baltimore on the road with that defense in front of you. We saw him struggle against the Jets defense. Never mind the Ravens, Cam. This could be bad news bears for the Houston Texans.
You know what, Drew? It's funny. I did a video on Monday, and I liked Houston, and now it's Tuesday, and I like Baltimore. I literally woke up today and changed my opinion. I thought about everything you said. I go, your heart wants to take Houston. They were good to you. But what happens now when you take the show on the road? The only issue I have with Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, rust in playoff games. This is a true thing. It has happened before.
4 career touchdowns. That's it.
Yes. The Tennessee Titans have shut him down. The Buffalo Bills have shut him down. But now you're at home, and now you have weapons. Here's the thing.
Think about how happy
Andrews could come back.
Oh,
Andrews might be back, even as a decoy. That helps out Likely, getting more open and doing other things. Gus the Bus has been good. Justice Hill's good out of the backfield. You know what, Drew? I think you're onto something. This line is a very big line, but I think the Ravens win this game by 13 points and just cover the number. The back door will be open. It will be open, but will Houston be able to find it? No matter what happens, the Houston Texans are a franchise on the rise. They found a quarterback.
No matter what, if you lose this game by 50, this is still a successful season by the Houston Texans.
Successful. I wish I was a Texans fan instead of a Seahawks fan. Think of the division they're in with all the people that are leaving and stuff.
Oh, man.
It'd be great to be a Texan fan. But anyway, I'll take 9.5 chirps with the Raven.
Yeah, Cam, I don't think this is going to be close. I think it's going to be 47-13, something crazy. Listen, we saw the Texans. They've hit their high of highs beating the Browns. And think about how happy Baltimore is watching that game going we don't have to play Cleveland next week. This is the heavens gates opening. They're it's they're going to be so excited. The Houston defense isn't good. Oh. I know they got 2 pick sixes against Flacco. That's Joe Flacco. That's not Lamar Jackson.
Think about the Niners. They don't Dallas was one team I thought could maybe get revenge or put Miracle Lightning in a bottle for 3 hours. I'm like, these guys, I don't know how they screw it up.
Yeah, what a murderer's row to go through in the NFC for 49ers. Oh no, the Packers are coming to our stadium, and then we have to play Detroit or Tampa. Oh no, it's
this is really good for San Francisco too. The NFC is so damn weak, and the AFC, it's kind of like the tough conference where they're all going to beat the living shit out of each other.
But at the same time, whoever makes it out of the AFC will be like, oh, that was tough.
They're battle tested.
Yeah, so
that's true. So Drew, I'm going to lean Ravens right now. As for the total, it looks a little bit light to me.
Yeah,
I would lean over.
I think Baltimore gets over this total themselves. So I'll take 44.5. The only way this doesn't go over is if Houston gets blanked. That's the only way I think that happens. But I can't see them getting shut.
One more thing I think that's really important is our touchdown props were amazing. We did good
we
there.
So
what about Kincaid and all these other ones? I told you, tight ends are the best, man. Tight ends are the best. What about?
I wish I knew Dawson Knox
should have caught that ball.
Touchdown. You see that?
Dude, I got something for you later on in the week with Tampa Bay and Otten. That guy could have had 12 catches. He dropped a few.
I had
telling
Dallas Goedert 2 TDs. I was like, there's one, and then the rest of the game, where's the Eagles offense?
You know what, Goddard, I felt bad. Like I think his injury is a lot worse than people think. Like he's in big trouble.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurts looked awful. He's obviously hurt. Like, let's call it out for what it is. There's going to be a story coming out that says he has significant damage somewhere because I watched that guy play all year, Drew. He's not running as fast. His balls have no zip to them. Like
he had a broken finger right on his throwing hand, so I didn't expect.
It's not about a finger, too. I think there's something lower, too. He's got.
I think there's something wrong with his head when there's a zero blitz coming at you 10 times in the game. And you don't have a hot read. The OC needs some help in Philly because, like, usually when you see an all-out blitz coming, you give someone a hot read in the flat, either tight end or running back. Every time they're 16 yards downfield, Hurts is like, oh shit, running back was just heaving a ball up. And I was like,
you know what? Philly did this to them fucking selves. I'm sorry, Eagles fans. You're going to have to hear this. You're such a fucking dumb organization. You hire Matt Patricia. It wasn't even that bad before. Like, you did all these changes that didn't need to be changed and ruin your team.
Well,
like,
Steichen leaving wasn't their choice.
What?
Steichen leaving for Indianapolis wasn't their choice.
Well, that's got nothing to do with the guys that are still there.
I know. Just promote the QB coach or whatever. Yeah, I know. It's just
like why did you make changes? You went through a gauntlet. Look at the teams that you played. Like, it's absolute insane. Drew, it's like Colorado losing to Vegas and who's another great team in the league and going, you know what? We're not really satisfied. We're gonna gas these guys and we could be like, don't make stupid changes. Let things be. Anyway.
All right,
man,
so
you reap what you sow. That was dumb.
We're both on the Ravens. We're both on the over.
Sorry, I'm getting frustrated. I'm not even an Eagles fan. I'd snap if I was a fan of that team.
Sirianni going to be the new head coach of the Seattle Seahawks. You're going to have to listen to that stuff all year.
Honestly, if Seattle hires Sirianni, they're not my team anymore.
You just pick somebody else.
Yep.
All right, Green Bay, Cam. Going to Candlestick, not Candlestick anymore.
Candlestick.
It should be Candlestick.
The winds of Candlestick Park. Yeah, Drew, you sound like me.
Great stadium.
Old.
Great stadium.
Candlestick?
Yeah.
Wins.
San Fran, 10-point favorites at home. The total is 50 points. That's a lot of points, Cam. You know what? It's weird. San Fran's 3-5 ATS at home, Cam. They're better on the road than they are at home covering spreads. The Packers, are they ready for this moment? LaFleur ready to get revenge on Shanahan, who seems to have his number in the playoffs, even though LaFleur beat him in the regular season. Cam, I don't know how San Fran doesn't cover this number the way they're playing with that Packers defense. I know they look good against Dallas, but this is again like the Houston thing to me. I just
Captain
don't see
how over here.
I don't know. Green Bay scores as many points as they can to keep up with San Fran.
I got a few names for you: Captain Chalk, Johnny Juice, Frank Favorite, whatever fits the mold. I'm going to tell you this, and I have San Fran fans. Shout out to Shaner and Vince and the crew who have that Bills speed. You know what? The thing about that 51-1 bet, Drew, it doesn't even matter who wins the Super Bowl. If Buffalo meets San Fran, that's the bet.
Cam, if the Bills win this week, I'm cashing out. Because
No. Okay, no. We'll talk about this on another show.
All right.
You're not cashing out. I'm going to take the point. San Fran fans, best team in the league, not denying it. You're the best. You are simply head and shoulders over everybody. But I can't run. You're running into a buzzsaw that is the Green Bay Packers, and they're hotter than hell right now. I got to ride this out. I think San Fran wins this game by a touchdown. The back door is open. Say San Fran's open up like 13-14. We get a backdoor touchdown with Love. It can happen. One way you can attack San Francisco is a secondary. Green Bay's receivers are getting better. They didn't seem to fear anybody at Dallas, but then again, San Fran's got fans.
Well, Dallas' secondary is also shit.
Yeah, Dallas secondary shit, and the fans there were so stunned by the start of the game that they were just basically dead. It was more Green Bay fans. I'm taking the Packers plus the points. Niners will probably win by a touchdown, maybe 10, but I'm getting 10, and I'll take the dog.
Cam, if this game happened a week ago before you saw Packers take on Dallas, you'd be taking 10 points in a second.
I would.
Just think this is too much recency bias with this line. I think this line would be 14.5 in the regular season. I don't see how San Fran doesn't score like 45 points here. Like no one stops San Fran, Cam. No one, unless you're the Baltimore Ravens. So I'll give them credit.
You're right.
I just like on the road, like maybe if it was in Green Bay, I can't do it, Cam. I can't go with you here. I want to, but I can't.
I understand, Drew. And San Fran might be the logical pick, but I'm just going to say this. They are the best. They murder teams. Green Bay has become a totally different team. It's just like sometimes in sports, you just have this coming together. And they are 100 times better than they were even 3 or 4 weeks ago.
It's true.
San Fran is coming off a bye. They will be prepared because they're well coached and they have the best, like Deebo Samuel stars. But I'm saying it is not impossible for Green Bay to hang in this game. They are basically like that young player. They're too like stupid to worry about San Francisco. They're like, we're rolling right now. Let's not think about it. Let's go. And I think it's too many. By the way, I bet the under, it opened up at 51, 51 and a half. I already bet the under in this game early, the minute it came out. I think it's going to be more defensive than people think. I'll take the dog and the under.
I could see it being my guess. Score prediction.
I got
31-13.
23-16.
20, you see, it's real close. Okay. Well, we're in disagreement there, but we'll both take the under. So we're both on the under and split. Where do you think mystery tiebreaker man is on this one?
San Francisco.
Correct. I thought maybe you'd think he was on the Pack show with you.
No,
with Jordan Love.
I know another team he's going to take, which is going to make my blood boil, but that's okay. Let's get to another game.
We'll see, Cam. We'll see.
Yeah, we will.
All right, Tampa going to Detroit to take on the Lions, coming off their absolutely demolishing of the Philadelphia Eagles. Baker Mayfield, give him credit, Cam. Only player he's ever lost to in the playoffs, Patrick Mahomes. Surprising he's beaten Big Ben now and Jalen Hurts. It actually reminded me a lot of that series. If you remember, was it 3 years ago when Pittsburgh started 11-1, lost 4 straight, played Cleveland in round 1, Baker Mayfield beat them. Eagles start 10-1, lose 5 of 6, play Baker Mayfield round 1, lose to him. But then Baker Mayfield laid an egg against the Chiefs the next week when they lost to Chad Henne. I think it was the KC backup when Mahomes left the game, and Henne had that big first down. That was a good game.
Chad Henne was very good. He deserves a lot of credit. He's actually, every time he was called upon, he did great. They actually saved the Chiefs' season that year. He was very good.
In that Browns game, 100%.
Yeah.
Like Mahomes was hurt, and he had to get that big first down. That was huge.
Chad Henne's good.
But yeah, so Baker Mayfield, 6-point dog on the road. You can start this one. Do you believe in the Bake Show, or are you coming off Mr. Chewing Tobacco in his pants during practice?
Here's the deal. I see 6.5. So what are we doing here? Is it 6?
If you're seeing live 6.5, I printed off 6 30 minutes ago, but if it's updated, we can do 6.5.
Yeah, I'll take 6. Here's the thing, Drew. You know what teams I want to win. It's very obvious with me. Other than my friends for San Francisco, if they get to the Super Bowl, I'll cheer for them. But I like the Detroit Lions and Bills. Those are the teams I want to meet in the Super Bowl for my own personal love of the game. I think Tampa Bay covers this number. I was very impressed with what I saw from just Mayfield in general. His commitment, his desire. Actually, they could have beat the Eagles by more. They dropped a lot of balls, perfectly thrown balls, by the way. Mm-hmm. Detroit still has problems, defensive deficiencies, like Cam Sutton and stuff. He can't be beat. Detroit will score on Tampa Bay. They beat them 20-6, I think, off the top of my head, versus Tampa earlier this year. But I think it's too many points. I think the Lions win by probably 6. And the line is 6.5. Like, it's going to be right on the number. Lions and money line parlays. But I'm going to take Bucks with spread. Total over. What do you think?
I'm stuck in this one because I love the Lions.
I want to take Detroit too, buddy, but
there's a lot of points.
It's too many points.
But Cam, Tampa's not good to me. They're not good.
I know. But see, that's the thing where the Eagles were that bad too.
Like the Eagles got slapped by the Giants. Like I don't know why I was on them. I can't even talk. I fucking believed in the Eagles for some reason. Tampa.
I don't know why you did it either. You swayed my opinion, and I actually was like, you brought up a lot of points. Like you sold your case, and I wish I could go back in time and just hit Tampa Bay right off the top. But anyway, I've done bad things to you too.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Meanie convinced you to switch off them, so that was good.
He's an Eagle fan. He said, you guys are idiots. Like, I'm like, okay.
All right. Well, anyways, I'm taking the Detroit Lions here, Cam. 6.5 is still 6.5, not enough points. I think there's something about this team. Goff didn't even play that great against the Rams, Cam, and they still won that game. I think Tampa's worse than the Rams. Personally, I think the Rams are a lot better of a football team.
The Rams are a better team than Tampa Bay, but the Lions beat them by 1.
No, that's what I mean, though. This is at home against a lesser opponent, worse quarterback, worse weapons. Nakua and Kupp are better than Evans, Godwin, and Palmer, and all the guys Tampa's got. I think Kyron Williams is better than Rachaad White. I just don't know. Like the Rams defense is better than the Bucs defense, though. The Bucs defense has looked good lately. Bucs fans, calm down. Bucs defense has looked really good lately.
Bucs
besides that Saints game,
it's fine.
Besides that Saints game 2 weeks ago. Okay. Yeah, give me the Lions. They feel like a team of destiny with Dan Campbell, Cam. Like they might bite the kneecap off of Baker Mayfield here and win by 20 points. So
Baker Mayfield's tough as hell, man. And
he is. Hell yeah.
I got to give this kid credit. Like it's a comeback story. Remember he was in every commercial and we were like, oh, why is he doing Progressive and Nissan? I'm like, this guy's so overrated.
Yeah, but as soon as he got out of the spotlight, now he's doing better. He's focusing on football.
You ever notice like now he's just doing less quick little interviews? Like everything he's doing is smart. He bet on himself. He took a deal and now he made money. Good on you, Baker Mayfield. Like a lot of people left you to die, and you know what?
He's gonna get a big raise in the offseason, that's for sure.
He deserves it. He deserves it.
All right, Cam, we're split again. The total is 48.5. Where are you leaning with the total? I'm leaning under. I feel like that's too many points. If the Rams and Lions couldn't go over that, I don't think the Bucks and Lions are going to.
I'm leaning over, but this could change. You know what, Drew? That total's right where I think it is, but I'm going to go over for now.
All right, Cam over, Drew under. Where do you think mystery tiebreaker man is on this one? We're split
Lions.
again. Wrong, Cam. He's on the Bucks. Not he, she, them. Who knows?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Such a
Tiebreaker.
You're so bad. Like, thank God me and you aren't criminals together. Like, you'd be in the interrogation room you're worse than me. I'd be like purple in my face and like, you'd just be like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I know. I always feel bad when they're like, don't rat on your buddies. And it's like, hey, you get full immunity if you rat on your buddy. But like, all right.
Yeah.
There you go.
You'd rat on me so quick. You're like, Cam was at the Burger King with a bag. I saw him there.
Yeah,
I knew
he
he
stole
was
all
there.
the burgers.
Tough game though, Drew. That's a tough one. The Lions and Bucks, tough game.
All right, the Tony Romo Bowl, Cam. The Kansas City Chiefs going to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Romo loves loving Mahomes and Allen when they're in their own games. It's like, oh my God, how do they do that? Oh my God, can you see that throw? I don't know what he's gonna do in this game. The whole game is gonna be like, oh my God, the whole time. Yeah. Jim, you see that? Jim, oh my God, Jim.
He's like a little kid with the parents like grabbing the parent. I know, it's hilarious.
It's hilarious. I don't know what he's gonna do here, but the Chiefs 2.5 road dogs. Mahomes' first road playoff game of his career. I see some people online saying like, oh, he played a road game in Tampa in the Super Bowl. It was in Tampa Stadium. There was 20,000 people there, and most of them were first responders. It was the COVID Super Bowl. That doesn't count. There was no real Bucs
real
fans
road game. Yeah, this is Orchard Park.
Yeah,
this is Buffalo.
Well, the Tampa Bay Stadium wasn't even full. It was a Super Bowl with 20% capacity. It was that doesn't count, Cam. So yeah, this is the first real road playoff game of his career. The Bills beat them earlier in the season. They went up to the big 14-0 lead and almost blew it. If it wasn't for Tony, they may lose that game going off sides. I said it in my bracket preview last week, Cam, that I like the Chiefs to win this game outright. Right now, as it stands, this might change on Thursday. With the Bills' defensive injuries, I have to go KC here, Cam, on the spread plus 2.5. I think if the Bills win, it's a close one. You're giving me Mahomes with points against a defense that is in shambles in Buffalo. I got to take it. If I get a better health report later, if I see all these guys are playing, I'm switching to Buffalo because I feel like a team of destiny. But right now, don't get mad at me. I'm taking the Chiefs plus 2.5.
I'm not going to get mad at you at all because every time you take the other team against the Bills, they actually covered the spread. So this is perfect for me. Give me Buffalo Bill, and I will do the exact opposite, Drew. When I'm going to take them now, and if the injury report gets better, I'm going to bet more on them. But this is the thing. Now Patrick Mahomes, you know what? It's very key. If Ed Oliver and Von Miller can find a way to put pressure on Mahomes and hit him and hit him and hit him and hit him and make him not want to get up and complain, Allen will take this team on his back. He will do anything for Buffalo to win this game. This is it. This is a legacy game. Mahomes, you're on the road. You're not at Arrowhead now. You're in Buffalo. I like Bills by a touchdown in this game. I'm very worried about the defense, Drew. Extremely concerned. But if they get
Are you worried about me being in attendance?
You're going to the game?
I think so.
Oh, you friggin' idiot. And you if you bet KC and go to the game, I'm gonna hire some guy in Buffalo to find you at the game and tell him what you look like. Anyway. Are you really going?
I think so. And they're bad. They've been bad when I've been in attendance.
Just bet the fucking Bills.
Oh, I will be. If I'm in attendance, I'm betting the Bills.
But don't tell me you've done it. Just tell me you're taking the Chiefs. Don't tell me, and then let the Bills. I'm taking the Bills. And what do you think about the total?
Man, I think the total is going to go over 46.5 is not enough points.
I agree.
Though both these teams, when they allow 20 or more, when they don't allow 20 or more, they're undefeated this season. So if one team can hold the other to under 20, but then again, I think it's like 46.5, 27-20 seems like a good final score to me, Cam, or 27-24 with a late field goal. Tyler Bass, his kicking issues, those have me worried too. That he looked bad last week against Pittsburgh, Cam. Even like that second one, it wasn't even blocked. It was like just like a shake.
That's like as Romo said, like Jim's like, oh, that's my Tony, that's my tee off shot. That really is my tee off shot. You've golfed with me. It's 3 fairways over. I'm going to tell you though.
I will say big Bills Mafia show up for this one because you're going to get Juwan Taylor to have 7 false starts with the crowd noise. You get loud.
That's another thing. Very important. That's how Seattle used to win games back in the day, Drew. The crowd noise, even though they used to pump in the noise too. You got to keep these guys like false starts. You got to get them rattled, 3rd and longs. And you know what? In the pass interference, the refs will call this is the thing that DB's got to stop doing. Just stay with your guy, and you can do it. Like you can't just keep on tugging and tugging and tugging. You can do it a little bit. Just getting Oh, it's just like
Just make it look like hand fighting. If you make it look like hand fighting, they won't
yes.
call it. It's when you grab a jersey or like tackle the guy. Like, what are you doing?
Good call, Drew. That's a really good call by you. Like hand check. But I have to take the Bills. I know this is partly a heart bet. I don't even know why you're a Bills fan. I should be the Bills fan, and you should be a Seahawks fan. We just switched places because you have no faith in your team. But I'm taking the Bills.
Cam, I have faith in my team. I just when you look at the injury report, it's a murderer. It's not a murderer's row anymore. It's a bunch of scrubs playing defense for the Bills. Like you think if AJ Klein's starting at middle linebacker, what do you think he's doing against Travis Kelce? Oh shit, there goes Kelce. It's gonna be like how are they covering him? I
guess we're gonna have to blow dart him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Then again, though, they don't have Tyreek Hill. Like last time the Bills lost to the Chiefs in the playoffs, they had Tyreek running all over them. There's no real deep threat on the Chiefs anymore unless you trust MVS, which Mahomes doesn't even trust him.
No. Know what we need to do? Find out where the Chiefs are staying? I don't want to do anything bad, but put a little something in the food.
No, what you do, Cam, is you get Bills Mafia outside the hotel all night with music blasting,
yeah,
banging pots and pans. It's like you guys aren't
sleeping.
Let's go,
Buffalo. Yeah. Let's play that cheesy song on a loop and then just keep it
Yeah, don't let them sleep. All right, so we're both on the over. You're on the Bills. I'm on the Chiefs. Where do you think Mystery Tiebreaker Man is on this one?
Chiefs.
Incorrect. On the Bills, Cam.
Oh, wow.
I hinted at it. I thought you would take the hint earlier.
No, I thought it was a
your first negative tiebreaker week of the season, Cam, is right now 1-2 on tiebreaker picks.
Well, I don't know what he's up to.
That's what
all I know is one thing. So all of a sudden you're back on the train, are you, bag man? Where were you when where
excited
were you?
About that win over the Steelers?
Exactly. I gotta be honest with you. I can't believe it. But anyway, what do we do, Drew? Like
we're gonna do our gold, silver, and bronze right now using totals. So we'll start. I can start with my bronze if you'd like to see me go first.
I'd like to see. Just let me. I got to regroup at the Red Lobster here. I'm just really upset that. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about it. Actually, I like the fact. I just want the Bills to win. It's
so do I.
People don't understand. People don't understand. It's not just about football. It's about their city, and I go there a lot.
It's about the pain Bills fans have been through for fucking 50 years.
Like Kansas City, you've done fine. Like you know what I mean. Live your life.
Give them one.
Give them one. Give the Bills. Give Buffalo a break. Look at the snow they deal with. Look at the.
It reminds me of you remember Big Ben and the Steelers. They just couldn't break through. They finally got there and won one. That's what the Bills are. The Bills with Big Ben are the Bills with Josh Allen, or the Steelers with Big Ben. That's what they are to me. I know people say it's Manning versus Brady, but no, I think the Manning Brady is more so Burrow because of the style. I think Josh relates to Big Ben.
He's more, but he's better than Big Ben.
Yeah, he's Big Ben if Big Ben was faster.
Yeah,
and not. We'll not say
that. You got the editing clip, not me. You're right. Big Ben. No, I will actually. I'm gonna jump on the guy for a guy that doesn't play for the team anymore. Stop fucking cutting up the Steelers all the time, bro. You don't play for the team anymore. Just shut up.
Cam, well, he doesn't wear a helmet on his motorcycle. Smashed his head. He's
well, that's on him. Hurting a car. Call William a tar.
All right, last question for you before we get into bronze, silver, and gold.
Mm-hmm.
Haley Steinfeld or Taylor Swift?
Who's Haley Steinfeld?
Jesus Christ, Cam. She's Josh Allen's girlfriend / actress / superstar.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I just
so at the game, it's going to be Taylor Swift in one box and Haley Steinfeld in the other.
Which one okay. I know what you're talking about now. Sorry, Drew. I just like the name. Anyway, want to talk about the most annoying couple? Taylor Swift and Mahomes' girlfriend or wife. Oh God, help us. Matching coats? No,
oh
thanks.
My God. I saw so many things about her fucking coat. I was like, I don't care that Kyle Juszczyk's wife made her a goddamn coat. Like show her dancing 17 times. I was like, oh, I'm so sick of this.
Taylor Swift's a very successful lady.
Oh yeah, she's amazing.
It must be, she's very, very strong. I just like being friends with Mahomes' wife though must be very annoying.
Oh yeah, she's a very obnoxious.
That chick would drive.
Apparently Taylor Swift though hasn't been back to Buffalo in like 10 years because she doesn't like the city or the stadium's not big enough for her.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah,
and Kansas City's a prize.
No, but yeah, so it's funny to me. I saw a bunch of memes where it's like Taylor Swift checking into the nicest hotel in Buffalo, and she's like, "What the fuck is this?" It's like she's just like it's not good enough for her.
I guess not. Well, I'm sure Kansas City is just the most luxurious hotels.
Maybe.
Honest to God.
Maybe. Well, she's probably staying at Travis Kelce's house. But let's be honest.
Probably.
Anyways, yeah, Haley Steinfeld or Taylor Swift. You're picking Taylor Swift.
No, I'm picking Allen's chick.
Okay, fair enough. All right, fair enough.
Well, Bills, dude.
I would
I
too,
do
because she's
too.
in a bunch of Marvel movies. I like that. All right, Cam. Moving on to our bronze, silver, and gold selections. My bronze will be the under in the San Fran Green Bay game. I think 50 is too many points between these teams. I know they can both score a lot of points. I get it, but 50 is too much, Cam. Am I right or am I right?
It's 50.5, by the way. You're giving yourself. I'm looking at it live.
Well, I'm saying under 50. I guess yes. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah, 50.5. Yeah, I'm actually, Drew. I agree with that pick. I think it's a great pick. I will put it. I'm actually going to put it in the middle hole. I'm going to go with my top pick. No, I'm going to go with Baltimore bronze -9.5. This is where the party ends for Houston.
I like how you said yesterday you're on Houston. Today, Baltimore's your best pick, or your third best pick. I like it.
Well, remember, I was going to take some other. The only thing that backfired with me, I liked Tampa Bay originally, and I switched to Philly, and then I got back on Tampa during the game. But I'm not going to do any more switches. I think this one's going to lock in. Baltimore -9.5.
And I will say, Cam, a big flag for me and you all season has been reverse line movement. 64% of the public's on Houston, and the line's moving the other way. So it's just like fine. They're like, keep betting Houston. You see, Vegas reported it was their biggest win of the year was the Dallas Green Bay game, because they said even when it was 27-0, all the live bets were still coming in on Dallas. So Vegas was just like, keep betting them. Like, just think about all the money they won on the Cowboys, because of all America's team bettors. Vegas just stealing money from people. All right, my silver selection, Cam, is the Detroit Lions -6. I think they absolutely blow Tampa out of the water. I don't think this team's in the same league as them. This isn't the Rams. This isn't the Packers. I think the Packers do better against Detroit than Tampa will. Sorry, Baker. Your fun run comes to an end here. Lions by 10 to 14 points.
I'm going to take the under in San Francisco, Green Bay as well. Drew at 50.5. Could have got a 51. 50.5 is still fine. I wish the 51, though, 27-24 is a push. It might be a big half point. But anyway, I'm taking the under in that game. I think Green Bay and San Francisco actually play a little bit of defense.
Fair enough. My gold selection will be your bronze selection, the Baltimore Ravens, -9.5. I don't think this game is close. We saw the Ravens slaughter a bunch of teams this year. They've had 2 weeks to prep for this, 3 weeks really. And they're pumped more than anybody that it's not the Browns coming to their house, Cam, who beat them earlier in the year. It's the Houston Texans with their defense that isn't very good. I'm sorry. Stroud, great story. Texans fans, great season. Be proud of yourselves. You will be back here. I don't think the Jags have what it takes to keep up with you anymore. But Baltimore wins this game.
You're talking like you've got the final score already. Like, they're still got to show up and win the game, buddy. It's not over.
It's done.
If you throw that L word at me again, Drew, I've told you the whole year, that's a kiss of death for both of us. Don't do it.
If I can make Houston beat the Ravens and the Bills somehow win, I'll use that special power all day, Cam. Give the Bills an AFC championship at home.
I agree with that. That's actually, yeah, you're right. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know what to do with my gold pick. I want to take the Bills.
Go with the Bills. Don't be a pussy. You've been saying all week.
Wow, this guy's you are. Don't be a pussy. I also think the over in the Baltimore game is worthy of a mineral as well. Right?
That's true. I agree with that. What are you going? It's your spot.
I can't take Bills money line though, because I got to take the spread at 2.5.
You can take Bills money line if you want to make that your gold. It's -140?
Sure. Yeah, I'll take Bills money line, please.
Let me confirm
what it is. I love that Ravens over. I can't. After talking about, Drew. I can't lie. I'm scared about these defensive guys. Like, I need them all back. If they're all back, I think they're going to win the game by 7-10.
Yeah, there's something in me that says the Bills could slap them if everyone's healthy.
Yeah.
Because you have to remember, Chiefs have been struggling all season, Cam. They beat the Dolphins at home in a crazy game. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, they're back!" It's like, really? They beat the Dolphins? It wasn't like it was.
Yeah, I'll take the Bills money line. I'll
all right, viewers. He does not seem very confident in his gold selection. He's not happy about it.
That's good though. And when I'm not, remember when I wasn't confident with Houston, I said was going to be tough. Green Bay, I had a little bit of confidence in, but I like when I'm not confident. When I'm confident, that's when bad things happen. I want to be less confident. But I do like, as my additional mineral, over in Baltimore game. Fair. And it's down to 44.5. We should get it now because that thing's going to go back up.
You think it'll go back up?
Yeah.
I think it might keep creeping down. But yeah, you might be
creeping down? No, it opened up at 46.5, 44.5. They're going to have buyback. I think they're going to come back to it. That's too low. 44.5, 24-21 gets you there.
I know. I'm saying I think it could go down to 42 in the next couple of days. We'll see though. Anyways, thank you for joining us, Cam. Good luck with your picks this week. Our gold, silver, and bronze. We'll be back on Thursday with our props, our best, or maybe update our best bets, update these picks. Cam might switch back to the Houston Texans. Who knows how he sleeps tonight. And we'll see about the defensive injuries in Buffalo. See what we think there. Anyways, Cam, your Cowboys, you had them in the Super Bowl again with your bracket selection.
Horrible pick. How are my teams doing? Hey, might win against the spread, but my futures with Jacksonville and Dallas. Bye-bye, everybody.
Let's see. So you had Lions,
I just love the
Cowboys, and
Bills.
49ers, Eagles.
Yeah.
You were perfect in the AFC, though. You had Texans, Bills,
I know.
Chiefs. Perfect on the AFC side. Not perfect at all on the NFC side. But you got the
I
Lions.
like Tampa Bay till you changed my mind, too. But anyway, that's a story for another day.
Whatever. Don't blame me for everything.
I agree. I know it's my fault.
All right. Please click like. Please click subscribe.
That was a real
Please
nice
rate and
stab
review.
at me at the end. That was really that Dallas pick going to the Super Bowl was awful. But I made it at the start of the year.
Cam,
Actually,
you're supposed to I was waiting for you to turn me back. I picked the Eagles to go to the Super Bowl at the start of the year. You're supposed to be, nice pick.
Oh, yeah, nice pick there on the Eagles there, Drew.
Yeah, there
Hey,
you go.
have we learned our lesson? No NFC East teams anymore?
Idiots.
Bye.
Idiots.
Yeah, we are.
See you guys.
Yep, later.
This has been Drew and Stu. Follow Drew at Producer Drew and Cam at Cam Stewart Live. May the winners be yours and all of the best bets hit.